Okay, here we go. June 15th, 2026. Once a month walk through Curtin Springs. Interestingly, I just listened to a YouTube video about a fellow mathematician who does most of his deep thinking and problem solving while walking in the woods. He finds it very meditative. He does carry a notebook with him so he can write down his ideas so that before he loses them. Looks like the rabbits are out quite a bit. I don't know if you saw that one out there in the distance. There was one really close here. To my foot, and I saw one on the way here. So looks like they're thriving, multiplying, which they're good for. And there's one in the distance, two in the distance actually, if you saw those two. Lack of coyotes would be one of the reasons for too many rabbits. I don't think we have any snakes here. I don't think they have any predators. Oh, there's a brave one going right down the path. Cottontail. Yeah, this fellow had a great start in mathematics. His mom was a college professor of mathematics, and when he was a small boy, she had him to keep from getting bored, gave him solve problems to multiply large numbers. Well, it looks like they cut out the path that went across here. I don't see it. It should be right about here. Perhaps this is it right here. Not very well marked. I'm going to take the major path, even though it's close to the Patton Parkway and very noisy traffic. So apparently he did something with his fingers to help him multiply large numbers, and he couldn't explain it to his mom how he did it, but it worked. One of the things that he also did was he took a Rubik's Cube and instead of colors he put numbers on the little squares, and then somehow he divided it up into 2x2 cubes instead of the 4x4 cubes. 2x2x2 versus 4x4x4, and I was listening to it while I was watering my plants, and so I really didn't see the visuals, if there were any. I may have to research it and see. Sounds interesting. He was able to explain a Gaussian algebraic proof that's like 20 pages with simple 2x2 cubes. So that's pretty interesting. His parents were very generous and liberal with him. They didn't encourage him to skip grades, but they did allow him to stay home and read or do his own research instead of going to class. And he finished all the math classes in the high school by 9th grade. They didn't say what that was, but it depends on the high school. Sometimes they have Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, geometry, plane geometry, trigonometry, They have sometimes calculus 1 and 2. But anyway, he does something with number theory, which deals with whole numbers. And he was working, they said, on something regarding Fourier transform, which is the way to break down a complex waveform into simple components. And so the grass is high now, going to seed slowly but surely. Saw a nice video today also about a couple in the Ozark Mountains. They have, oh, there's a rabbit down there. They have goats and chickens and pigs, and they don't have rabbits. They didn't talk about that. I also didn't talk about horses. They do have a dog and a cat. They say they're growing their own food. And my question, after thinking about it, was, well, dogs and cats are carnivores. Are they able to feed their dog and cat self-sufficiently, like they're trying to feed themselves? They grow a special corn. They say one of 8 corns that not sweet corn. They're which is what I was told was the best when I was growing up. But they grow a corn that has to be cooked with lye, or what they call wood ash, and they make tortillas out of it, corn tortillas, and other things with it. It's on this YouTube channel, trying to remember what the name of it is, but she goes around the world and looks at people who are doing different natural building. This particular couple built a straw bale house, about 480 square feet, with a small loft about half the size, and they did live with 2 teenage sons for a couple of years. A couple of sons flew the coop, and Kirsten, I think that's her name, Kirsten. I find it pretty interesting and pretty inspiring for people living in nature, living with animals and plants instead of concrete jungle, as they call it in the city. This was a suburban couple that didn't do any of this growing up, so they made the transition by using YouTube. They've got solar panels that are off the grid. They have a very small refrigerator, so they do a lot of canning, different types of canning, pressure canner and a water bath canner, and drying things. They roughed it for a couple of years, living in tents. And when they got the basic house built, they put the tent inside the house until it became insulated, and they put a rocket mass heater. It's a rocket stove which uses very small pieces of wood, and it draws the flame in, and the heat goes up and then comes back down, and usually in a 55-gallon drum that's upside down. And then they take the hot air from there and put it through a cob bench or bed, but that's the mass heater. That gets heated by the hot air, and if it's big enough, the air coming out of the chimney can be almost room temperature. Theirs is not. I think it's about 120 degrees, they said, when it comes out the chimney. But that's pretty good. It's about 430 degrees on top of the 55-gallon drum where they heat water and they cook. So here we've got the stream that looks pretty dry. Wow, I don't hear any water. That's not good. I see a little bit of water there. I don't know if you can see it. A little reflection. Very low. Curtin Spring has sprung. So this is new. I don't remember this post here. What does it say here? It says to be announced. TBA. So we got some wildflowers today. Up there in the corner, a bush, and very tall bush and a short bush. Here, just wildflowers. So I wondered if it's been a pretty hot day today. If you're not local, it's supposed to be 95, something like that, as a high. And so I wondered if there'd be a lot of people here walking dogs. A lot of people in the local apartments have dogs, big dogs. I hear music. What is that? Whoa, that must be very loud in that car. If it's so loud. Quarter mile away. He's going to need a hearing aid in his 40s. Probably. If he lives that long. Oh, look at this. Oh, I stop and the rabbit takes off. When I was walking, it was okay. I don't think we have any hunters here. Allergies. There's another rabbit. I wonder why they like being inside the path. I would think they'd like being hidden in the tall grass. But maybe they like being able to see potential predators coming at them. How close are we going to get to this little one? Okay, quite close. Okay. Very brave little one. The other one was a little bigger, a little more skittish. Looks like some people have been walking through the tall grass, making some paths. Or maybe that's the large dogs doing that. So, coming to the end of the tour. You might want to go back a year ago and compare what it was like in June of 2025. Can't go much further in the back than that. I think I started in April or May 2025 doing this monthly walkthrough. Or you can compare it with 6 months ago in December and how different it was then. And hopefully I or somebody else will continue to do this throughout the coming years as this place develops. That was the interesting thing about this Ozark homestead. They were doing some permaculture, what they call guilds, or a group of plants that help each other. And some of them were getting what they call gray water from the sink and of the house, and they were growing a lot faster than ones that had been planted years prior. They were much taller, even though they were younger plants. So they have filberts down there in the Ozarks, or out in the east. We're in Vancouver, Washington, close to Portland, Oregon, and close to the Columbia River. It's just about 5 miles away. And it's actually both south of us and west of us, as the Columbia River takes a jog north and then goes west again to the ocean. I hope that walking into the sun doesn't affect the picture too badly, although it's pretty much the same. Quite a wide path this time. I'm not sure why. It's about twice as wide as they usually cut. I guess it's up to the operator and the schedule. They want to get their hours in and please their supervisors. So here we are. There's some evidence of a dog walker who picked up the stuff but didn't take it with him. Not perfect, so not following all the rules. It says dogs are welcome, must be on leash at all times. Pet waste must be removed from sight. Okay, pretty much they did that. And then what's this? Give invasive species a brush off. Play clean, go. Come clean, leave clean. Use the brushes and water to clean gear before hitting the trail. And there's the brushes. And so, did I get that? Anyway. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want. Can't see the birds, but I can hear them.